In my last video we did a 2-tower chimps in the mastery-ish mode from the Odyssey that came out the other day. And I noticed in that video that you actually get very close to, or not very close, but you actually get a little bit over 5 million pops. And this got me thinking, like, what if we did like a 2 megapop style challenge, but in this mastery-ish mode? Or I guess that would be more of a like 5 megapops challenge. So anyway, today we're going to be doing a 5 megapops chimps with the Elite Defender. Yeah, in this challenge, there's only barely more than 5 million pops, like it wasn't even 10,000 over, so you have to be really tight with your pops. I picked Elite Defender for this challenge since it's really easy to put all of the buffing towers far away from the track, and if I picked something that was like able to solo the entire game, like Ray of Doom, which I showcased in last episode, that wouldn't really be a fun challenge as much. For our hero, we're going to be using Striker Jones because of his 25% pierce buff to all towers. I would have gone with Geraldo if he was allowed in the Odyssey, but they didn't let you pick him this week, so we're going to be using Striker Jones instead. Also, just like last time, I recorded this before I decided to add my voice to these videos, so we're just going to be watching it back again. Even though you can afford the sniper from the start, I couldn't actually figure out a way to start with just the sniper, so we had to use this mortar. I tried a bunch of stuff, like even with shrapnel shot and a glue gunner, like it wasn't enough. I kept dying on round 6, so this mortar is going to be here to help us out, at least for the first few rounds. On round 9, I was able to get Striker Jones down. I put him a little bit into the corner so that he wouldn't be able to hit a lot of the balloons, but would still be able to clean up if balloons were close to the exit. On round 12, we're able to afford shrapnel shot, which means that the sniper will be able to do a lot more damage and clean up, making it a lot more self-reliant than it was before. Even with this, the sniper isn't going to be able to take out entire rounds by itself just yet. On round 15, we finally get enough money for the 022 sniper. This is going to be our last sniper upgrade in a while, so hopefully it'll be able to last long enough for us to get semi-automatic. A lot of the issues I'm running into with these rounds isn't that our defense isn't able to take them out, it's more so that I'm trying to minimize the pops on my other towers besides the sniper, so I'm really trying to squeeze every last pop out of the sniper. And that's not the optimal way to beat rounds. Like, obviously you'd want to be targeting the mortar to hit as many balloons as possible, but in this challenge I really don't want the mortar to hit that many balloons and instead have the sniper hit them, so I'm trying to play it a little bit riskier. I was really struggling with round 19, so I ended up just going ahead and buying a base glue gunner. This thing isn't going to add any pops, or get any pops itself, but it should let our sniper get a lot more of the pops, especially in like the early 20s with a lot of like spaced high RBE balloons. And it's not like we're not going to want a glue gunner later. Like Moab Glue and Glue Strike are very good towers for the 2 megapops challenge and probably the 5 megapops challenge. Even with the glue, we still had to mortar our micro for a few of the hard rounds like round 21, and we even had to buy a few more upgrades for the glue. These glue upgrades ended up helping us out a lot in the next few rounds, so I think they were worth it. In Mastery-ish mode, there's actually lead balloons on round 26, so I go ahead and buy the Alchemist buff to deal with those. The extra pierce on attack speed from the Berserker Brew should help out a lot too. These towers were able to get us all the way to round 31 when we were finally able to afford the semi-automatic rifle. Things should go a lot better from here on out. The semi-automatic was doing really well. I actually got distracted like midway through the 30s, and when I looked back, it was around 39 and the semi-automatic has saved up $10,000. I could have bought fully automatic by then, but semi-automatic was doing so well that it got to that point all by itself. On round 40, the fortified Moab stood no chance. Since the fully automatic rifle has bonus Moab damage, it wasn't even close, even with the extra Moab health from being fortified. The only problem the sniper was running into is that it didn't have lead popping power, so it was really dependent on the acidic mixture dip for that. Because of all the extra money you get in this game mode, we were able to afford the Elite Defender all the way on round 47. Using this spot behind this sign, we can actually place an overclock engineer that can't hit the balloons at all. The next round that gave us some trouble was round 61. This round normally has a lot of regrow zebra balloons, but since this is mastery mode, they get upgraded into lead balloons. And as we've previously established, our sniper doesn't do that great against lead balloons. I actually had to go ahead and buy the MIV village to deal with this round. At this point in the challenge, I was hoping to save up for an ultra boost. I figured with the extra cash that this challenge gives us, it should be an attainable goal. In Mastery Mode, round 74 has a lot of Moabs, which is actually overwhelming our sniper to the point that Striker Jones was actually getting some pops. So I went back and grabbed a Moab glue and that solved the problem. I was actually really surprised that we hadn't needed Moab glue up to this point, but it'll sure help out from here on out. The Moab glue really did put in work, and along with all of our other towers, we were able to make it all the way to round 72 when we were finally able to buy Ultra Boost. These rounds are going slow enough that we should be able to build up Ultra Boost stacks fairly quickly. Only a few rounds later on round 86 we finally got all 10 Ultra Boost stacks up. The next thing I was hoping to buy is a Permabrew Alchemist. This works really well with the Elite Defender because of its fast attack rate and mini projectiles. With the maximum Ultra Boost buff, our Elite Defender was easily able to take out the rest of the 80s. Hopefully the extra camo damage from the middle cross path will let the sniper take out DDTs just fine. Because this is Mastery Mode, the round 90 DDTs and basically all DDTs going forward are going to be fortified. Round 92 was the next round to really give the sniper trouble. Since there's usually a lot of fortified Moabs on this round, they all got upgraded to BFBs. These BFBs weren't the main problem, but since they took up a lot of the sniper's peers, the fortified ZOMGs that also spawned on that round got really far before getting popped, and Striker Jones was getting a lot of pops from that. To fix this, I just ended up getting a Call to Arms village, and the ability gave the sniper the extra attack speed and peers it needed to take out the ZOMGs early. This did set us back a bit from affording Permabrew, but the buff we get from Call to Arms is definitely going to be useful, and just nice to have. Since we bought the Call to Arms, we would have to beat all of 95 without Permabrew. The Call to Arms ability should help us a lot here, but I'm not sure. Well, I wasn't sure at the time that it would be enough to beat the round. Luckily, the Call to Arms ability and the extra camo damage from the sniper came in clutch. The DDTs didn't even get close to the exit, and we were able to take out 95 just fine. On round 96, we finally had enough money to buy the permanent brew. The Elite Defender with full uptime on both Berserker Brew and Acidic Mixture Dip just shreds through Moab class balloons and ceramics alike. There was nothing left in the entire game that could stop our sniper. The two bads on round 97 went down not even halfway into the track. I don't know about you, but that seems like a good sign for the rest of the game. The Berserker Brew, Call to Arms ability, and Striker Jones gave our sniper more than enough pierce to deal with the ZOMGs of round 98. It's kinda interesting seeing this round that's usually considered one of the hardest rounds in all of Chimps being cleared so easily, especially compared to these other rounds like 97 and 99. Just like 97 and 98, round 99 went down without any issues. The crazy thing is, we're not even seeing the Elite Defender's full potential, since the balloons are going down only halfway through the track. The Elite Defender gets a speed boost depending on how far the balloons are into the track, so if they were a little bit further, he would be attacking even faster and doing even more damage. Since round 98 and 99 gave us so much money, we were actually able to afford a homeland defense on top of all of our other buffs. This Elite Defender has to be one of the most powerful Elite Defenders in the history of Chimps. Our max buff sniper, as well as a quick last minute glue strike, let us take down the round 100 fortified bad really easily actually. This challenge ended up being super free. I actually picked Elite Defender because I thought that tower wouldn't be that great and I would have to challenge myself, but it was actually pretty easy, especially with all the increased cash we get. And just like that, we achieved the 5 Megapops challenge in Mastery Mode with our Elite Defender. I was kind of worried going into this challenge that there wouldn't actually be 5 million pops in Mastery Mode, and that the pop count in the 2TC combo that I did was just wrong, but we easily made it with 6,000 pops to spare. Our other towers only ended up stealing about 2k pops, which is very good, and easily puts us within the range of the 5 Megapops challenge. All in all, this challenge was very fun to do, even if it was a little bit easy, and I hope you liked it as much as I did. Thank you to everyone who has made it this far in the video. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment about whatever your heart desires, because I can't really pick what you comment about, can I?